देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासुदेव गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे श्री श्री राधा वृंदावन चंद्र की जय श्री श्री निताई गौरंग की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. So today we have we are going to present a new Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare to all of you. Hare Rama, which is actually a lecture on one of the songs of one of our acharyas. Prabhupada is elaborating on that song. Very wonderful, explanation. So this is the topic today: liberation to a higher pleasure. Very wonderful subject. All these discussions are happening by the inspiration of His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada, who has so mercifully given us these teachings in a way that we can easily understand and apply those principles in our life for our own spiritual progress. Right? So, offering our great gratitude to Prabhupada for his wonderful contribution. Let's move forward. So this is the preamble for this session. Everyone is inviting, come on, enjoy sex. But no matter how hard you try to enjoy sex, you cannot be satisfied. That is certain. Unless you come to the spiritual platform of enjoyment, you will never be satisfied. So this is the subject matter we're going to discuss today with regard to how people are all enamored by attraction towards opposite sex. But the Bhagavad Gita's understanding is that whatever, how much ever you want to enjoy sex life, it will never give you real satisfaction. So Prabhupada is taking the one of the songs by Acharyas in this explanation of a Bengali song written several centuries ago by a great Krishna conscious spiritual master. His name is Narottam Das Thakur. Srila Prabhupada proposes that there is a pleasure higher than sex and tells us how to begin experiencing it. That is we're going to understand today. So this is the song. We'll just go through this song once so that it will have a context for us to understand the subject matter we're discussing. And this song is written by one acharya by name Narottam Das Thakura. He was one of the spiritual masters in the line of succession from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He says, Hari Hari Bifale Janama Goainu Manushya Janama Paya Radha Krishna Na Bhajiya Janiya Shunya Visha Khainu. The Acharya is lamenting, he's saying, O Lord Hari, I have wasted my life. Although I have taken this rare human birth, I have not served Radha Krishna and thus I have knowingly drunk poison. We're going to elaborate on this very song, but just to get a understanding or just to get a context of what we're going to discuss, right? The first stanza is telling about the futility of our life, how we have wasted our time instead of doing a devotional service to Radha Krishna. We have done so many things which is of no use. Further he says, Golokera prema dhana harinama sankirtana ratina janmilo kinetai samsara bishanale dibanishi hiya jwale juraite na koinu upay. The treasure of divine love in Golok Vrindavana has descended as the congregational chanting of the Lord Hari's holy names. Why did my attraction for the chanting never come about? Day and night my heart burns in the fire of the poison of worldliness, and I have not accepted the means for relieving it. Right? First of all, lamenting for futilely using my life for not, doing service to Krishna, but doing everything else. And Lord is so merciful that He has come down in His holy name. And even then, I don't have attraction for this holy name. What am I doing? I'm day and night. I'm just, burning. My heart is burning with desire for sense gratification. It's called poison of worldliness. Samsara Bishanale. And Divi Nisha Hiya Jole. Day and night, I'm only worried about how to enjoy my senses. This fire is burning in my heart. And I don't know how to relieve my suffering. Further he says, Brajendra Nandanas J. Sachisuta Hoilo Se. Valarama Hoilo Nitai. Dina Hina Jato Chilo Hari Nama Uddharilo. Tara Sakshi Jagai Madhai. Lord Krishna, the son of Braja, became the son of Sachi, and Balaram became Nitai. The holy name delivered all those souls who are lowly and wretched. The two sinners, Jagai and Madhai, are evidence of this. Basically, further the Acharya is telling that Lord Krishna has come as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Balaram has come as Nityananda Prabhu, and both of them have come to only deliver the most fallen people. The most fallen people example during the time of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was Jagai and Madhai. Aha Prabhu Nanda Sutta Vrishabhanu Sutta Juta Karuna Karoho Ibaro Narottama Dasa Koi Na Tehelo Ranga Pai Tuma Bina Ke Ache Amar. It's a Bengali song actually. O Lord Krishna, son of Nanda, accompanied by the daughter of Rishabhanu, please be merciful to me. Narottam Das Thakur says, O Lord, please do not push me away from your reddish lotus feet, for who is my beloved except for you? So basically, this is a wonderful prayer which Lord is, which the Acharya is trying to express his feelings that I have not served you and I'm just suffering in this material world. Please take me under your shelter and give me, blessings so that I can stick on to your devotional service. Otherwise, without devotion, we are lost in this world with sufferings, samsara. Every day morning we have a nice kirtan sung. Samsara davanalal. Means this material world is like a forest fire. How this forest fire has come about? What is the intensity of this forest fire? Without any, we cannot estimate when the fire started, how it started, and how much it is burning. Like anything, constantly it is burning. The problems which are facing day in and day out is like that, right? So this is just to get an understanding of what we are going to discuss with regard to which song we are going to discuss. So Prabhupada begins his talk. Basically, Prabhupada first explains to us, people have forgotten the purpose of life. Narottam Das Thakura, who was the famous Acharya, master, and his compositions are accepted as Vedic truth. So, these Acharyas, when they write something, is not ordinary literature. It is transcendental literature. Why? Because these literatures are all with great realizations they have written. Because the Vedic literatures are so vast and not easy for a common man to understand. So these Acharyas, time to time, when they appear, they simplify and present the Vedic truths in a language, in a way that we can understand. Just like Prabhupada also, he presented the Vedic literature in English language, because this is the language which mostly people all over the world is speaking and interacting or communicating. Right? Otherwise, Vedic literatures are all in Sanskrit. To decode them or to decipher them is not easy for ordinary person. Right? So it is Acharya's special mercy that when they appear, they actually present the Vedic truths for the benefit of the common people. Right? Similarly, this Narottam Das Thakur, about whom we are right now discussing, he's written this, Prabhupada says he's written this song. He's a famous Acharya, one of the Acharyas in our succession, parampara. And whatever Narottam Das Thakur has written is a small song, but it has the depth of this song is very big with regard to the understanding and the enlightenment he's trying to give us. Prabhupada says they are all accepted as Vedic truth. That is the authenticity of these songs. In this song, he represents himself as a common man, as one of us. This is the humility of the acharyas, that they always want to present themselves as we are one among us, even though they are very elevated spiritually, they are enlightened fully, but they want to take the position of an ordinary person so that we also can understand what we are going through. He laments, appealing to Hari, Lord Krishna, Hari Hari Bifale Janama Goainu. My dear Lord, I have uselessly spoiled my life because I have not worshipped you. Yes, see. So this is the beginning statement of this song. Hari Hari Bifale. Bifala means there is no any result, tangible result coming from this in my life. I have done so many things. Janame go, I know. Whole life I have done so many things. But the outcome is of not substantial nature. Looks like he's lamenting. This is what happens. Shankaracharya says, Sripad Shankaracharya says, whole life we are spending our time. He says, when you are children, we are very busy in playing. When we grew up and became youth, we are busy in romance with opposite sex. And when we are middle-aged, busy in the family, husband, wife, children, maintenance, earning money. And when you become old, you are bewildered. And you will have this lamentation. Oh, that I didn't do, this I couldn't achieve, this is still pending. Like this, that realization of, so much time I wasted in my life. It is a genuine spiritual realization which has to dawn upon a sensible human being. Right? So, Narottam Das Thakur is telling, and is lamenting actually, telling, my dear Lord, I have uselessly spoiled my life because I have not worshipped you. Because whole life we do so many things. It is actually have no purpose. Running behind things which actually will not give you satisfaction. Right? So here, Narottam Das Thakur begins his song with a very strong realization, strong point that I have spoiled my life, Lord, because I have not worshipped you. People do not know that they are spoiling their life. Right? So what is the meaning of spoiling their life? The life, human life, is meant for spiritual realization. If that aspect of spiritual realization is not happening in our life, you're spoiled. It's like you have traveled to a particular place for some work, but somehow that work doesn't happen at that with all the hard work you have taken to travel there. Then you say, I spoiled my time. Right? Like this, we do come across many such instances in our life, wherein we say, oh, I wasted my time, I spoiled my time. Like that. They are thinking, I have got a very nice apartment, a very nice car, a very nice wife, a very nice income, a very nice social position. This is people's thoughts is going on in their consciousness. Oh, everything is settled. I've got a nice business. I've got a nice bungalow. I have a big car. I have a good family, obedient wife, nice children, very good income. Like this, very good respectability in society. People think everything is going good. What is that I spoil? I'm a successful person in the estimation of ordinary people. I've got enough money. So this is a standard which people have outside in the outside world. Generally, people have this standard, having very good opulent life, lavish lifestyle with all comforts of life is what is the purpose of life, they think. So all these material attractions make us forget the purpose of our life to worship Krishna. We become absorbed in all these things so much so that we forget the purpose of our life. Very nicely Krishna explains in the Bhagavad Gita, Bhoga Aishwarya Prasaktanam Daya Apahrita Chetasam. When our mind becomes absorbed in bhoga, bhoga means enjoyment, material enjoyment, matter, in terms of sensual enjoyment. I want to see something very beautiful. I want to taste nice foodstuffs. That is, we are running behind the sense is called bhoga. Aishwarya means you're running behind opulence. I want to be rich because if I get more opulence, I can enjoy. If this is our conception of life, then this is not going to give you any level of real satisfaction. This is what everybody is running after, chasing after. Big examples are there. America or big nations, developed nations did all this. But their population themselves, you can see how Prabhupada, when he went to America, America was very opulent. But there were also hippies. Youth were all confused, disoriented about the purpose of life. So, very nicely, Prabhupada says that all these material attractions make us forget the purpose of our life. The purpose of life is to worship Krishna. This is what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, because we are all belonging to Krishna. If Krishna is maintaining us, Krishna is providing us, Krishna's involvement is so much that he's wanting us to come back to him, because without understanding this much, we are suffering in this material world. We have forgotten Krishna. This purpose we have forgotten. We are lost. So why this has happened, Prabhupada explains. The basic principle of material attraction is sex life. How it has happened, Prabhupada explains. In a verse in Bhagavatam, this material attractions is very nicely summarized. It says like this: Pumsa striya muthini bhavametat tayor hridordaya granthi mahu ato grihaksheta sutapta vittair janasya mohoyam aham mameti. The basic principle of material attraction is sex life. The material world, why are we working so hard, or why are we running around everywhere? The basic principle is that attraction with opposite sex. This is what Bhagavatam says. Pumsa striya mithuni bhava mithun. This is one thing we have to see. How scriptures are very specific, precise, and pointed with regard to what is the problem with us. What is the root problem? Right? So the basic principle in this material world is what? People are all attracted towards opposite sex, each of us. A man hankers after a woman, and a woman hankers after a man. The whole film industry and the television industry is running based on this. In different permutation combinations, they have different movies made, serials made, just on this subject matter, attraction between man and woman. And when they actually engage in sex, they become very much attracted to each other. First, there's an attraction between opposite sex. And when they indulge in the attraction very much and engage in the aspect of sexual indulgence, then what happens? They become more attracted. Tayor mitho hridaya granthim ahu. Hridaya means heart, and granthim means hard knot. The attraction becomes more intense or more strong. So when a man and a woman engage in sex, the hard knot in the heart is tied. I cannot leave you, he says. You are my life and soul. And she says, I cannot leave you. You are my life and soul. This is what we see, the movies and different serials, TV, television serials. This is how it is. Everybody is experiencing this. Attraction becomes so intense that I cannot live without you. You cannot, and other person, I cannot live without you. You are my everything. Then after some time, the very people who are so much attached, there is divorce. Then after a few days, you see that they become so bitter enemies that they want to live separate. And the divorce. So now Prabhupada explains, if this is how it is, the system of attraction between the two opposite sex is happening, then why is this marriage, this facility of marriage is there in human society, or this arrangement of marriage is there in human society? What is the purpose? Prabhupada explains very nicely. The beginning of this life is called sex life. The basic principle of material attraction is sex. Right? Material life means attraction between opposite sex. We have organized sex life in many social conventions. right? In different ways. Same thing is in different ways it is presented, and it is it is glorified, it is advertised, and is reminded again and again to us that yes, this is what life is. We have organized sex life in many social conventions. Marriage is a social convention that gives sex a nice finishing touch. That's all. Very wonderful statement Prabhupada is making. What is marriage? Is a social convention that gives sex life a nice finishing touch. It is legalized. Sometimes it is Prabhupada says, sometimes it is said that marriage is a legalized prostitution. But for keeping up social relations, one has to accept some regulatory principles, some restrictions on sense gratification. So in the scriptures it is mentioned, as living entities, all of us have three propensities. Loke vyavaya amisha madhya seva nityastha jantu. Every living entity, including humans, we have the propensity for enjoying sex. Vyavaya. Amisha means we have propensity to eat meat. And thirdly, madhya seva. We have propensity to intoxicate ourselves. So enjoyments of sex, eating meat, and intoxication are three propensities every living entity has. Prabhupada gives an example of an ant. Why ant is attracted to sweets kept in your house? Somewhere you have hidden it and kept in a very safe place. Even then the ants attack. Because after eating sweet, sugar, they become intoxicated. So they're running behind intoxication. Like that, we see in animal society and human society, they are running behind these three, they are trying to fulfill these propensities of sex, eating meat, and intoxication. So it is a natural propensity. So the scriptures say, if these propensities are not regulated, if it is just left like that, unregulated, then there will be a chaos in society. It's like the traffic rules is not there. Everybody wants to just drive their vehicle their own way. Everybody is crisscrossing. Nobody will reach their destination on time, or there's no guarantee that they'll reach safely. Right? The traffic rules, regulations are meant to facilitate a smooth journey of everybody, timely journey, safe journey. Right? Likewise, the rules, regulations given in the scriptures is meant to regulate our human life so that we reach our destination in a very nice way. Otherwise, left to ourselves, whatever you want to do, you're lost. So the regulation for having to fulfill the propensity of sex life is marriage. Means you're restricting your propensity to enjoy sex life with only with one person. Husband, wife, yes. Restricting your enjoyment of enjoying sex propensity is to one person only. Not that I have, I can enjoy with any woman, I can enjoy with any man. No, that is unregulated. Likewise, with regard to meat eating also, scriptures tell, especially those who can't control eating meat, they are supposed to offer a goat in front of Mother Goddess Kali, Kali Mata, and only on Amavasya day, right? And they can slaughter the goat, and then they can have. And that too with the risk that they have to utter some mantras in the goat's ears. And I cannot control my tongue. I'm slaughtering you for my tongue's taste. Next life, I'll become goat, you become human, and you slaughter me similarly. Mam saha. This word mamsa, Sanskrit, which means I also will become like you. With the risk you're going to do, which basically the restrictions, regulations are meant to see that we give up these propensities because they are not going to make us advance in spiritual life. So to regulate them, just like intoxication also, if everybody starts making intoxicants anywhere and everywhere, government has a regulation, restriction. You have to have licensed license for selling the intoxicants and should be regulated, doctors say. Otherwise, unrestricted, unregulated things means it will go to spoil your health. So likewise, in the human society, there are regulations to see that things are all streamlined in a proper way for spiritual progress. That's the understanding. Therefore, civilized human beings recognize that there is a difference between sex in marriage and sex outside of marriage, which is just like sex between animals. Animals have no such restrictions. They can just openly have sex in front of everybody, no system of marriage, right? There's no question of adultery at all. Whereas humans also behave like animals, and what is the difference? In any case, when two people unite, some way or other, their next demand is a nice apartment, griha, and some land. This is the verse which we read in the beginning. Prabhupada is explaining. There's attraction between a male and a female in this material world. And when they become too much attracted and indulging in sex, that attraction becomes hardly tied up in a knot, the heart. And when they come together, they require a place to stay, griha, an apartment, and a profession. They're supposed to work also, because how will they earn their livelihood, right? Some land is required, kshetra is required. Then children, sutta. When you have an apartment and a wife, the next requirement is to have children, because without children, no home life is pleasant. Putrahinam griham shunyam. It's a Vedic statement. Human home life without children is just like a desert. Children are the real pleasure of home life, right? Once you become a householder, you do want to have children. Life means like enjoying with family, right? Wife, children. That's what people have the understanding, right? So as Vedic scriptures confirm this. Yes, no children without no family. Family without children is like desert. Finally, there is a circle of relatives, a society, apta. Griha, kshetra, sutta, apta. Then all these paraphernalia have to be maintained with the money, with taihi. So money is required, right? So like this, our life is going on based on the attraction with the opposite sex. So this is the type of life we are all living. Actually, Prabhupada explains now, we are all living in a bubble of illusion, actually. In this way, one becomes entangled in the material world and covered by illusion. Oh, my family, my children, they have to be taken care. That is what my purpose of life is. I have to work hard, earn money. I have to maintain the status quo. This is how, whole life, everybody is working hard. Centered around me and mine. Aham mameti, Bhagavatam says. I and mine. I have to take care of myself and my family, or my extended family, maybe relatives. Like this, we are entangled in the material world and we are covered by illusion. So why it is illusion? Prabhupada says, why are such important things, wife, children, money are illusion? Somebody may question. Because although at the present moment you may think everything is all right. Oh, everything is going very well, very good wife, very good husband, very good children. We're all happy family. You may think like that. You have a nice arrangement of home life, apartment, wife, children, society, and position. As soon as your body is finished, everything is finished. You see. Anytime, anything can happen, right? Once, don't have the body, over. Means you leave this body. One of the family members die. What happens? Whole family gets agitated or disturbed. And this can happen anytime, any moment. That's how it is. So, right now you're thinking everything is going very well. A very nice arrangement I have of home, children, society, wife, everything is very, very good. But this body is not going to last forever. It's going to finish anytime. Right? As soon as the body is finished, everything is finished. You are forced to leave everything and move on to a next platform, right? This chapter in this family is over. Once you leave this body in this specific situation of one family, a specific situation of one, in a particular situation, in a particular circumstance. After this is over, where you go, you also don't know. Right? You go to the next one more body you're going to get. That is for sure. What type of body, which place, what type of species of life, you also don't know. And you do not know what your next platform will be. Very unpredictable with regard to yourself. But Krishna knows. Right? You don't know where you're going, where you're heading towards. Your next body may be that of a human being or a cat or a dog or a demigod or anything. You do not know. Based on your activities, there's a superior arrangement. There's a wonderful arrangement of the Lord happening, and a suitable body will be awarded to you based on your mentality at the time of death. So, for instance, at the time of death, you're too much thinking about a pet animal you're caring in your house, a dog or a cat. Next life, you can become a dog or a cat because type of mentality you're having will carry you to the next life. This is what Krishna says. Yam yam vapi sparan bhavam. But whatever it is, as soon as you leave your present body, you will forget everything. Right? You'll not even know who is, how much big estate I have, how much money I have kept in the bank. Nothing you'll know. Over. There will be no remembrance of who you were, who your wife was, what your home was like, how big your bank balance was, and so on. Everything will be finished. So Prabhupada's making this statement is in the background of telling how in one family, with regard to our family members and type of arrangements we have, we become so absorbed, so involved, so attached to those things. So much so that is our world, right? We are in a world of illusion. As though illusion, why? Because it's going to last forever. My family life like this will last forever. That's what I'm thinking. But it is illusion. Illusion means what is not fact. Everything will be finished in a flash, just like a bubble bursting in the ocean. The very same family which you think is everything for me, one family member leaves the body, over. That bubble, like in the ocean, so many bubbles come when there's waves come up. Like this only last for a flash or a brief moment. It is lasted. Our life also, from the eternal time scale, universal time scale, is a flash. What is 70 years, 80 years from universal time scale? It's a flash, right? So you have to realize this. You have to understand this. It's like a bubble bursting in the ocean. The thrashing of the waves in the ocean generate millions and billions of bubbles. But the next moment, they're all finished. Finished. This is a wonderful example Prabhupada is giving. When the waves are all coming, thrashing of the waves, so many bubbles are formed. As it looks like, it is frothing. So many bubbles are there. But next moment, again the waves recede. Finished. All the bubbles are all finished. Our life is like that. Very wonderful example Prabhupada is giving. My Lord, I have spoiled my life. That's why Nautam Das Thakur is telling, Lord, actually I have spoiled my life. In this way, material life is going on. Which way? Think everything is going to last forever. It's a happy family life we have. Everything is going to... But as time passes, things change. Right? Whatever happy situation was there, it becomes a disturbed situation, painful situation. Right? The very source of happiness will become the very source of distress for us. This is how material life is. The living entity travels through many species of life, many planets, until he comes to the human form of life. This one thing, is again explained in the scriptures, that the human form of life, what we have got now, is not that suddenly we have got a human form. We have gone through the evolutionary cycle of going through many, many millions of species of life. All of us would have begun our life as an aquatic. aquatics, there are 9 lakh species, varieties. Then there are 20 lakh varieties of trees and plants, 11 lakh varieties of insects and reptiles, and 30 lakh varieties of different animals. Finally, human form, which means gradually it has, evolved from different life forms, and we get a human form. Like this, our life, in our, the journey of our life is that we have been wandering through different planets, different universes. In a very simple language, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Brahmanda Brahmite. Brahmanda Brahmana means we are wandering in the universe in different planets, different situations, different bodies. This is our life. This is what's happening with us. Why we see so many different other entities? They also had some other form, human form, maybe some other life. Now they've got a tree form, or a bird form, or a human form, because they're going through this cycle of karma in their life. So human form you have got means you have evolved through so many species. Just like somebody is become a judge in a court. Say recently there was a news that the Supreme Court Chief Justice will be changed in this month. So somebody has become judge means you should understand that he has gone through schooling, college, then law college, advocate. He's gone through all those various steps to come to the level of becoming a judge in a Supreme Court. Right? So like this, when you come to the human form of life, you have to understand that we have evolved through many species of life. We have passed through many species of life. And finally, we have got the human form of life. Human life is an opportunity to understand how we are transmigrating from one place to another, from one life to another. This is the purpose. The whole purpose of human life is to realize this aspect. That we have been transmigrating from one place to another, one body to another. This is what is happening. See, your own life, if you just start analyzing, what is happening with us? The type of body we had when we were born, we don't have that body. Or even the body of youth we had gone. And this body similarly also will go one day. Is exactly what Krishna explains in Bhagavad Gita. Dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yavanam jara. The living entity is transmigrating from a child's body to a boy's body to a youth body to an old age body. Similarly, after he leaves this body, he'll get one more body. Krishna says, this is our life. But if we assume, no, nothing is going to happen to me, this body, what I've got is a permanent one, it is lost forever, you're in illusion. That's why it is called, we are in madness or illusion. Right? And simply wasting our time, not understanding what our constitutional position is and why we are suffering so much distress. Right? So we have been transmigrating from body to body, and every body, what you are doing, busy with activities of enjoying sex life, intoxicating ourselves, eating meat, like this, indulging in sense gratification. And we are not using our time for our own spiritual progress. That's why Prabhupada says, simply wasting our time, not understanding our actual situation, who we are, what we should be doing, rather going on the way we are going, whatever way we want. This is the cause of our suffering. But instead of inquiring about our real position, we are simply engaged with Mithuni Bhavam and Grah Kshetra Tapta Vittai. Right? Which means, in sex life, wife, home, property, children, society, money, and position. That's all. We're busy with these things. Our whole mind is absorbed with these things only. Property, children, society, money, right? Wife. We have sex life. Like this going on. We are captivated with these things and we are spoiling our life. Like this. We are just absorbed, busy in so many activities. That's why Narottam Das Thakur is telling. We are so absorbed in these activities, we have lost what is that I'm supposed to be doing in human life. Just like you're traveling on the road. When you travel, you have some destination to reach, right? But you just get you divert yourself to turning this road, that road, and going here and there. People who are coming with you or traveling with you say, what is happening with you? You're lost, you're spoiled our time, and you're going here and there. What is the purpose of travel? We're supposed to go reach a destination. This is what is happening with us, right? Human life is a journey to reach a destination, that we have to come out of this material world and reach spiritual world. Stop the cycle of birth and death. That is the purpose of life. Instead of working towards that or aiming towards that, we are doing so many things. We lost ourselves, and again continuing to be here, taking different life forms, different bodies. What is the point? So Prabhupada says, we are captivated with these things and we are spoiling our life. So Narottam Das Thakura, representing us, is lamenting, my dear Lord, I have spoiled my life. This is a very important realization all of us should have. Just like sometimes, you get something very valuable, somehow with great difficulty. And after realizing that, no, such an important thing I couldn't get earlier, and I have wasted my time. So likewise, the human life, what we have got, is a very valuable gift by the arrangement of the Lord, wherein it is valuable because in this human form of life, we can understand that there is a purpose in life. Life simply doesn't mean, eat nicely, drink nicely, sleep nicely, enjoy sex life nicely, protect yourself. It's called ahara, nidra, bhaya, maithuna. Life doesn't simply mean busy in these activities of eating, sleeping, mating, defending, which animals also are doing. For them, the whole purpose of life is where I can eat, where I can get nice food, where I can sleep nicely, how I can enjoy my sex life. Your mind is absorbed with only these things. Then you are as good as animal. That way, in that context, Narottam Das Thakur is saying, we have spoiled our life. Whole life you do this. For what purpose the life you have got, human life, that you don't work in that direction, and spoil your life. Just like a student is supposed to study. Whole year he's just busy in watching movies and doing some frivolous things. Parents will say, you have spoiled your 1 year. Spoiled your life. Again, 1 more year, other new young, your junior people are going to come and join you in the same class. Like that, this is how it is. It is the meaning. This is the import of that word. We have spoiled our life. We have to realize the gravity of this statement, which what Prabhupada is trying to tell us here. So Narottam Das Thakur is representing us, is lamenting, my dear Lord, I have spoiled my life. Why? Because Manusha Janama Paya Radha Krishna Na Bhajiya. This human form of life is meant for understanding Radha Krishna, Lord and his energy, and worshipping Radha Krishna. But instead of making contact with Radha Krishna, I am simply spoiling my life in sense gratification. Somebody may question, why Radha Krishna? Why not Lord Shiva? Why not Brahma? Why not some Devata? Right? So like this, people may question, right? You can approach, but finally when you approach Lord Shiva or Durga, all of them are devotees of Krishna, right? They all are serving Krishna. Shiva is known as a Parama Vaishnava. Vaishnavanam Yatha Shambhu. Lord Shiva is meditating constantly on Krishna's various leelas, activities, right? He's constantly absorbed in Krishna devotion. And Durga Devi is working completely under direction of Krishna, right? There's a statement that she is just moving like a shadow based on Krishna's direction, which means any other personality other than Krishna, they're all order carriers of Krishna. They're servants of Krishna. Great personalities, Brahma, Shiva, Durga, or Indra, they're all servants of Krishna. So, the recommendation given by Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita is, he is the source of everything. He is the master of everything. He is the origin of everything. So, we have to surrender to him. You have to worship him. Without this, our life will be spoiled. Because always we have the tendency of finding out the origin of things and having that respect for the origin. Just like we are originated from our parents, so we respect our parents, or we respect our family lineage. Oh, from there only I've come. So we have that respect, worship for them. So actually, we belong to Krishna. We come from Krishna, and Krishna is providing us. He is maintaining us. He is completely taking care of us in every aspect, protecting us. So how much more obliged, how much more surrendered you should be to Krishna, right? So that's why Narottam Das Thakur is very nicely offering his prayers. He's telling that the human form of life is meant for understanding Radha Krishna, Lord in his energy, and worshipping Radha Krishna. Instead of doing this, I am simply busy in indulging in so many activities. It's called sense gratification and spoiling my life. We'll continue the discussion further and conclude in the next session. Okay. So I'll stop here. Anybody has anything to ask? Any questions, any clarifications we can take up? So we are discussing on wonderful one song, Kirtan, by one of the Acharyas, Narottam Das Thakur, on the importance of human life. Okay. Fine. So no questions. We will conclude here. We'll continue our discussions next week again. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. My dear Lord, I have spoiled my life. It's a very important realization all of us should have.